I could see it also being about skill building, and I would not be surprised if literature started to come out where people start to learn new skills better. And I mean, there's already some research that does verify this in different ways where, ironically enough, that guy I reached out to, James Fadiman, in the 70s, he did a study where he worked with different types of professionals. I think there was maybe 26 people who were like engineers, architects, people that showed up, they signed up for this study, and basically what qualified you for this study was, are you a professional who's had a work-related problem that has stuck with you for a long amount of time that you just haven't been able to crack? Like, what's this problem professionally you have that you just can't quite find a solution for? So people enrolled in a study that involved LSD, and they basically went through creative problem-solving exercises while on like a low therapeutic dose of LSD. And I think every single one of them considered that they made significant impact in their ability to solve the problem. They could not crack for months before this. So
Amazing.
that was really interesting to me from a problem
Mhm.
solving standpoint, and what that implies just about skill building and seeing things from new angles. And that's a really exciting future
Yeah.
ahead.
Yeah, I was thinking about cultures of the past that's been part of their culture and what they've done, and then it sort of gets lost or whatnot. Maybe there's another little revolution where it will be sort of a worldwide thing, hopefully, where it can actually help move us forward rather than where we're
Yeah.
headed now, which doesn't seem to be a great direction.
I know, we need it more than ever. But at the same time, I don't like to be someone like there is a, I think we've, I think as this, if you call a psychedelic space, we've sort of put this idea away of I think if you're looking at this in a healthy way, like psychedelics are not going to save humanity. That's kind of this
No,
like
no, yeah, it's not a
story
silver
that's
bullet,
been thrown around, like
right?
it's,
Yeah, no.
you give this to politicians and all the problems are going to go
Put it
away.
in
And
their
so
water.
like lace the water with LSD, it's just, well, sorry, it's not that simple. But I would say that there's going to be a slow impact that does crawl out, which absolutely does make a bigger collective shift.
A ripple
I
effect.
wouldn't say it's going to be like assigned to psychedelics only, but it's, well, in a society that's at least somewhat adjusted to psychedelic use, like, well, what does that society look like? On average, people are just going to make different decisions, even in a little bit better fashion on average. And when that compounds over decades and generations, you have a better society. Not perfect, but you inch things forward for sure by healing people. Because if you, I mean, most of the problems we have are down to people's trauma basically being the thing that drives them in
Yes.
ways they're not even aware of. I mean, it's not even a trauma conversation because that's not how we see it. But
Yeah.
anyone
Pre-verbal.
who's really messing things up, you could say, is someone who's dealing with some real shit that hasn't been
Yeah.
dealt with, and
Yeah.
that's why they
Yeah.
do what they do.
Exactly. Exactly. Yeah, and I hear a lot of people, like, Jocko on Jocko's podcast, he's had a lot of veterans come on who've done, ibogaine or other psychedelics. And they're always afraid of, like, "I'm gonna lose my edge." I'm gonna come back and be, like, not myself. And they come back and, like, "No, I can still put that switch on if I need to, but the pain
Yeah,
that was causing the problem has lessened." And so they're more adaptive now rather than they were before, and they're on, like, 45 VA psych meds, like,
yeah,
that
yeah,
is
yeah,
doing
yeah.
the opposite thing that they want. I I think you've probably seen that too, people coming with fears like, "This is gonna alter my personality, or I'm gonna come back and be just not who I think I am." It's probably all ego fears, but I don't think it really does that necessarily. I've never seen somebody, unless they have some sort of a bad LSD trip before they've abused it from, you don't really, people don't really abuse psychedelics, but I think there are some cases, maybe people with schizophrenia have got a hold of that, and it's made that like a gas in the fire scenario. But for most people, I don't think they disassemble and not reassemble. I think they heal, but they also can keep those parts that they value.